Now, the nor'easter we've been talking about, and as everybody experienced, of course, is talking about the brewing coming up the East Coast here, while the Red Cross is collecting aid for Sandy's victims. Red Cross President Gail McGovern joins us live from Red Cross headquarters in Washington, D.C. Good morning, Gail. And before we begin, we want to talk a little bit about the 6ABC teaming up with you for the telethon on Friday. First off, how'd we do?
Well, the telethon on Friday was an amazing event, and we don't quite have all of the results in, but I can tell you that the website was humming, the phones were ringing. It was absolutely a remarkable thing, and I so greatly appreciate, Walter, what you have done to help us with financial donations. The American public has been remarkably generous, and we really appreciate your support. It was just a stunning act of generosity for your network to help us out this way.
Oh, of course, Gail. It certainly was our pleasure. Now, what is the priority now when it comes to allocation of those funds?
So what happens in a disaster is the primary need in the beginning, of course, is food and shelter. So we have about 10,000 people that are still in shelters in the affected area. We've already served them about 500,000 meals and snacks. We have emergency response vehicles driving in and out of the affected streets. We're handing out cleanup items, hot meals. We're trying to get to everyone who has lost power and that are digging out of the disaster. So the immediate need for funds goes to food, bulk cleanup items, etc. And then as the disaster starts to abate, there'll still be people in our shelters. We'll be doing mental health counseling, case management, figuring out what the needs are and how we can best address them, literally on a case-by-case basis.
With that said, Gail, give us an idea of what it takes financially to come back from a disaster like this.
You know, this is probably the largest disaster that I've experienced in the 4.5 years that I've been at the American Red Cross domestically. And these kinds of things cost tens of millions of dollars to be able to respond to. And recovery is long. It takes a long time to get a community back on their feet. We have Red Cross chapters all around the country and, of course, in the affected areas. And they will be with the community until they're able to recover. So these are massively expensive operations, which is why the generous outpouring that we saw during the Friday event, as well as just so many different people that have stepped up in so many different ways. It's just overwhelming to me. These disasters are a roller coaster ride. You look in the eyes of someone that has lost everything and your heart just breaks, and then you see the generosity of the American public and you just can't believe how incredible the people are in this country.
Gail, thank you so much once again for partnering with 6ABC. Gail McGovern is the president of the American Red Cross. If you'd like a link to the American Red Cross website, go to our website, 6abc.com.